Hello, this is Amateur Historian and More with another review. It is of a HaT set, HaT Napoleonic French Dragoons. The set number is 9009 and contains 16 figures counting the 8 horses in the 1/32nd scale. The front of the box depicts some dragoons of the 10th Regiment, most likely in Spain during the Peninsular War. The back of the box, meanwhile, has a small diagram of all the figures included. Contains 8 dragoons in 4 different poses and 8 horses in 2 different poses. There's also a small product list up here. Now onto the set, the figures. The first dragoon is a dragoon officer. You can tell he's an officer by the epaulettes. He has his sword raised as if leading a charge, and all of the dragoons have the same dragoon helmet and carbines slung across. There's the back. The next dragoon has a sword lowered. The third dragoon has a sword at rest. I think you might be able to use them for parade ground maneuvers sometimes if you want to do that. And the last dragoon has his sword across his chest, ready to swing down at some infantry. Now the horses come in 2 different poses. One has her leg extended out, and all the horses' legs that are up in the sky are balanced by a pile of what seems to be grass. The horses are very finely sculpted, as with the figures. You don't get very much 1/32nd scale cavalry, not too much, and this was a very fair price, I should say. I'll tell more about that later, but here's the second horse. As you can see, it is also balanced by the grass. Horse somewhat looks like as if he's on the trot, but I'm not quite sure. Now, I painted one of these dragoons. It was the other officer. Now, for the uniforms, I just went online and looked up. I went online and there was a website that explained Napoleonic cavalry, and there was a section on dragoons, and I got the uniform plates for the 4th Regiment of Dragoons. I also painted the horse according to the uniform guide. Now, I got the set on a website called Scale Hobbyist for $10. Now, that seems like a very good price, and it is. It's one of the best I could find online. But the shipping was a bit pricey. I don't quite remember how much it was, but I remember it was a bit pricey. But you don't get very much 1/32nd scale cavalry. The only other brand I know that makes them is Italy, and they're pretty expensive. And Armies in Plastic makes them too, but you only get about 5%, and they're a bit expensive. So you get an 8-mounted horseman for about $10 plus shipping. That's a very good deal, in my opinion. So the uniforms seem to be all accurate. The figures are very nicely sculpted. I didn't really see any flash, but I had a bit of trouble getting this part off. So overall, I just give this set a 10 out of 10, just because it's cavalry, and you don't get very much of 1/32nd scale cavalry. So thank you for watching. This is Amateur Historian and More. Please subscribe.